Welcome back to the Scorpions Collectors Club. Finally, we're ready to compare the sound of all Rock Believer pressings. And to be honest, we have some interesting results. Let's begin. Same album, same year, same pressing plant. But these records do not sound the same. In this video, you won't just hear my opinion, you'll hear the differences yourself. We'll compare the records using audio samples to show how sound changes across different pressings. Before we listen to any samples, let's clarify what we're actually comparing. We're dealing with 7 vinyl editions released in the same year and pressed in the same country, Germany. The key differences are format, 1 LP single vinyl editions versus 2 LP or double vinyl editions, track count, and whether bonus tracks were added. The 2 1 LP editions, the German Standard and the US Target Exclusive, are technically the same cut. The 5 2 LP editions give the music more physical space, but some of them add bonus tracks, which changes how the grooves are laid out. To keep this comparison fair, all samples were handled the same way. These are raw vinyl rips in WAV format, played back using the same playback chain. The tracks were time-aligned and played in parallel, allowing real-time switching between versions. All versions were volume matched using RMS normalization, so louder cuts don't sound better just because they're louder. This ensures that what you hear are tonal and dynamic differences, not volume differences. Most importantly, we compare. The first track, Gas in the Tank, cut at the outer groove, and When I Lay My Bones to Rest, cut near the center of the record. This allows us to clearly hear how sound quality changes across the record. The only thing to note is that we removed the 1 LP US Target Edition sample, as both 1 LP editions showed identical results in all tests. We will provide the complete results later. Now let's actually listen. You can hear that the Black 2 LP pressing is a bit louder. The Black, Black and White, and Green 2 LP pressings sound the same.
Move your fingers up and down the fret. The bee is flying without a net. Black me in and black me out. The king of riffs is back in town. Who is up for a deadly sting? Black me out and black me in. Let's play it louder and play it hard.
The blue and red pressings have the same volume level, but are slightly quieter compared to the previous 3.
There's gotta be more gas in the tank. Gas in the tank. Sign your name across my skin. We're born to lose, we live to win. There's lots of...
Right away, the loudness measurements reveal 2 clear groups. The German 2 LP editions are cut noticeably louder and denser. The 1 LP editions, along with the French and UK versions, are quieter and more conservative. This isn't random. It reflects different cutting strategies and different physical constraints. Both 1 LP editions, German and US Target, share identical matrix numbers. That means they use the same lacquer cut made by the same engineer. Any perceived difference between them is not mastering, it's just pressing variance. The German 2 LP Black, Black and White, and Green editions also share identical base matrices. This confirms they were cut from the same lacquer with only minor stamper differences. In other words, these 3 are sonically siblings. The French and UK editions have completely different matrix numbers. That means new lacquers were prepared. The reason is simple. Bonus tracks change side length, groove spacing, and cutting decisions. When we normalize loudness and compare frequency balance, patterns become very clear. The German 2 LP editions show stronger low bass, fuller low mids, and more stable high frequencies. The 1 LP editions are leaner, especially in the mid-range. The French and UK editions sit somewhere in between. Not bad, but clearly more restrained. Another interesting detail is channel balance. The 1 LP editions show almost 4 times more left-right imbalance than the 2 LP cuts. This is a classic symptom of tight inner groove geometry and reduced tracking stability. Now let's hear what happens right at the very end of the record side. The 2 LP German pressings have a clearer, deeper sound with less distortion. The high frequencies sound slightly reduced on other pressings. Now we reach the most important part of the comparison. On the last track, the 1 LP editions lose over 2 decibels of high frequencies and more than 1.5 decibels in the high mids. That loss directly affects vocal clarity, cymbals, and overall detail. The German 2 LP editions lose less than half of that, in some cases almost nothing. This confirms that the drop in quality you hear at the end of the record is real, measurable, and unavoidable on a crowded LP. When we combine all factors, loudness, spectrum, groove behavior, and consistency, the ranking becomes very clear. The German 2 LP editions without bonus tracks dominate the top. The bonus track editions fall slightly behind. And the 1 LP editions, despite nice packaging, come last due to physical limitations. Placing the 2 1 LP editions side by side proves that they are identical in sound. Same cut, same behavior, same inner groove degradation. The German 2 LP editions remain the definitive vinyl presentation of this album, with black and white pressing taking the top. This isn't about hype, it's about physics, format, and informed choices. And sometimes the biggest difference in sound comes down to who cut the lacquer and how much space the music was given. At the end of the day, this comparison isn't about chasing the rarest version. It's about finding the best sounding record and understanding why certain pressings sound the way they do. I hope this comparison helps you make more informed choices as a listener and as a collector. If you enjoyed this deep dive, feel free to like, comment, and share your own experiences. And most importantly, enjoy the music. See you next time.